Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another live stream. Let's talk some watches. Let's talk some post Timepiece Gentleman interview breakdown. If somebody's interested in, we can answer some additional questions if there's anything. Jonathan, welcome to the show.
Hello, good evening, Tim. How are you?
How are you doing? I have to apologize to you right away for some interruptions and, because I had to juggle a lot of stuff, but I kind of interrupted you a little
No
bit too much.
apology, no apology necessary. I think I said most of the thing that I wanted to say, but I appreciate it, and yeah.
Hey, I appreciate that you were there with me, and I think you did the service for the skeptical community, and the Watch Jesus did the watch talk, so it turned out to be really, really great. Let's see, we got Box and Berry upvoted, guys. Please make sure to upvote the stream if you're watching, if you're enjoying it. SE upvote, thank you so much. Wings and Watches, hope you gents are doing well. Jonathan, we got Nick. Nick, behave, please. Mark Winter. If you're on tonight, hopefully you won't get interrupted. I'll try to not interrupt Jonathan so much. Rats Raw. Tim's live streams are the best. Always look forward to them.
Did the key come? Key not coming?
Key is not coming yet. My wife lost her key. We're waiting for the replacement. So every night I have to leave. Well, I'm not gonna say too much.
Where are you hiding the keys?
yeah. I have to hide the key. I'm gonna say it on the live show. Somebody's gonna break into my house to get my Rolex. Yeah. Oh, it's a kind of. I almost said too much. You know what I mean? Sometimes I forget that I'm talking to to an audience. Just kidding. It's not. I know my audience is nice. They're good people. We got JB. I really do not understand why people are so tough and nasty on these chats. Most, I'm sure, not like that face to face. Oh yeah, it's absolutely true, because I told a lot of people, my biggest critics, they have something to say. They can always free to hop on, and we can chat. We can chat privately. We can chat live. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever makes you more comfortable. So it's all good.
And you can keep the camera off. I'm the best example for that.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, actually, you're the only one who's allowed to keep their camera off.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the privilege.
Well, I have to see them because I saw you off air.
believe me, it's no benefit when my camera is on. So
right, it's a super chat's poison, as this. Yeah, Jonathan has a facial deformity that's so bad it's just gonna kill the stream. I'm just no, I'm just messing with it.
And I thought people on the comments are the nasty ones.
No, you're a handsome guy. What are you talking about, man?
That's what Mr. actually. That's what Mr. GMT was telling me this morning, but I know it's not true, so stop the shit.
Oh man, it's so funny. Motley Investor Tim loves himself some super chats. I do appreciate the super chats, because that's how I pay my rent right now. In the meantime, that and sponsorships. JBJB, 10 euros. Here we go. Thank you so much. Tim, loved the show yesterday and great networking. Keep up the good work, my man. JBJB, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. It was a lot of work, man.
I totally agree with what JBJB says. Actually, I was on and I thought we were talking about Timepiece Gentleman and do some gossip and stuff like that. And then he was just on and it was like,
what? Surprise. Yeah, it was. I think some people were caught off guard. I tried to keep it kind of down low, keep it secret. I'm not a huge ratings guy. I could have advertised it to hell, but I thought, man, we're gonna be cool about it. Just keep it between the community and people who want to find it, they'll find it. Duco Ted, I can see he survived the storm. I hope you're doing well, man. Louisiana was hit by a hurricane. A lot of people lost electricity. I hope everybody's doing well. Uh, Prayers going out to everyone in there. Guys, stay strong. You should let Jonathan talk more. He has one of those voices you could listen to for hours.
Oh, come
See that?
on, guys. Nobody believes that.
People love you, man. People really they love that German accent.
Actually, I hate my voice. When I'm hearing my voice, I think this is weird.
Yeah, trust me, I don't listen to these shows. When it's done, I make sure not to listen because the only reason why I'm able to get away with the voice because I have a fancy microphone. Without it, it's not a trust me, it's not a pleasure talking to me. And I have the same fancy microphone when I do the live shows as well. So it's all the microphone, guys.
Tim, can I have 5 seconds to greet my wife, who is for sure watching this stream
Please,
and
please.
just checks what I'm doing. So hello, honey.
Jonathan is good. He's behaving. He's behaving. Perth Luxury. Wish I could jump on, but I'm getting my backside up to the gym. Wow, Perth. That's incredible. Very cool. I promised that I'm gonna go to the gym as well, so I need to start exercising, man. We need to do it for the community. Get community engagement in the weight loss. We got Duco Ted. $5 out of all of your watches. If you had to buy one at the gray market prices, which would you buy? Minus the 36 mil, no lady size. The gray market, guys. What do you buy right now on the gray market?
I think the question is for you.
Yeah. I think, right now, if I was buying gray market, I would be buying a Grand Seiko. I would be looking at some Grand Seiko bargains. And maybe even some Breitlings. Although, right, Alexandros said that Breitlings are a trap because the way they make their screw-down crowns, they're irreplaceable. So if you have to replace the threads on the crown, you need to replace the whole case.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
scary.
drill and then the way they do it is they make it irreplaceable, which is a disaster. I couldn't believe it. So yeah, but they're independent. Maybe they'll change it, but the way it is right now, I mean, this seems like a bargain. Look at this, $3,000 for a Super Avenger. But I would go with the Grand Seiko. I think Grand Seiko, they actually have a lot of future potential.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
I can't disagree.
Right? They're killer. They're killer on the secondary market. Just everybody hates them because they don't have the great clasp.
There was one on go a little bit further down.
Oh, I'm just trying to take off all the expensive stuff.
Okay.
I'm just gonna bring it down to 6,000. I would look for Seikos under 6,000. Grand Seikos, sorry, Grand Seikos under 6. We're saying like, oh, that's
here, 5,675 at the middle top.
this one right here.
Yep.
That's the GMT.
That's basically the same one like James has, but in black color.
Which James?
Showcase watches.
Oh, okay. I call him Showcase. But interesting. Oh, is that green?
I
kind of looks
can't
green.
really see it.
It is green. It's just from that
Okay.
angle, it looks different.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. I wouldn't go for this one. I don't know. It's just something about that one. I would go for a classic 3-hand. Maybe this
33 millimeters.
Look at this is a high beat. What is this? That looks cool. Look at that. Just simple hands. It's like a no date sub. Just go for the simple one. The most recognized. Maybe Snowflake even. I think Snowflake's gonna have a lot of future potential. They're really cheap right now, but I could imagine Snowflake becoming a $20,000 watch. It wouldn't surprise me. Or this the cream dial. Look at this. That's a 3,800. That's bargain.
That's the one that Archie was after 2 days ago.
Oh yeah, this one right here.
Yeah. It's 37 millimeters, and
this is like a Calatrava alternative. 5196.
He doesn't have to change a lot, and he said he wants to buy a Grand Seiko because the connection with his Japanese wife.
This is beautiful right here. This is a killer. This is a pattern. Look at 3,800. If you mentioned Archie or Tim, David SW will give a discount, but you can probably find this on Chrono even cheaper.
Yeah.
There you go. And that's 37. So Duke said no 37. Did not mention 36. I think this is right here.
This is 37. It says in the description, and I'm very sure.
Manual wind. It's not that quartz bullshit. It's just manual wind, simple 3 hands. What there's not to like?
Aren't you a little bit scared about the size, that it's going to be too big for you?
Well, I'm recommending it to Duke Ted. He has big manly hands, not like my ladyboy hands.
Yeah. This is out of your comfort zone.
It's totally out of my comfort zone. Yeah, it's a little bit too big for me, but for Duke Ted, this would be perfect. Muhammad Ali, £4.49. Good evening, all. Have you seen Paul Thorpe's video today on how ADs assign popular Rolex pieces? I feel like crying. I have no chance. Yes, I did. The last thing I did before taking a shower is I watched that video. Fascinating stuff. Actually, maybe I can get Paul Thorpe on the show to talk about it. Let's see. Let me just send him a message. I'll try. Just keep talking.
We have an application.
It's too late.
We have an application for Perth from Perth Luxury. He wants to be the super chat reader, and he applies for the position.
Oh really? Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. I can do. I can do it. Okay, I sent. Okay, let's see. Paul Thorpe. What is he gonna say? Shit. So I'm on top of the hour. Sorry. Okay. I didn't think. I'm not sure what he answers. He said some confusing stuff. Maybe he can't do it. No, he said sorry, he can't do it.
Actually, I was in bed when I received your link. I was just about to go to sleep.
I'm sorry.
No.
Kind of, my show keeps people up at night.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how. Not because it's entertaining, just because of I'm so persistent. Perth Luxury, thanks guys. I love you both, and Mr. GMT too. Timepiece gentleman needs a softer voice like Reagan, not like an arrogant jerk. Will do my show later this morning.
I'm looking forward to that show, but Perth, that's going to be too late for me. It's 3:45 or something in the night. But maybe we do a show tomorrow noon, my noon time. We have also a super chat from Perth Luxury who said Christopher Ward is a huge Grand Seiko ripoff. I can't really disagree about that. Oh, Toyota Mo, happy birthday.
Toyota Mo, yes! Toyota Mo! Wait, where's his sound? His Toyota Mo sound here. Did you watch it?
No.
So shut the fuck up!
Wasn't it dark?
That's the Toyota Mo introduction. Oh my god. Hello, Wings and Watches.
How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing good.
How's it going, Jonathan?
Good
Hey,
to
we
see
were
you
just
again.
answering. We're just talking a little bit about the yesterday show and giving recommendations. What would you buy gray market right
Oh,
now if you were buying gray market?
right now? Wow. That's tough, man.
Hmm. Yeah, think about it. Let me catch up to the
Sure, yeah.
super chats. Perth Luxury $2. Christopher Ward is a huge Grand Seiko ripoff. Christopher Ward rips off everything that's popular. Everything. Rolexes, Omegas. Let's look at the website. Crystal. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I was just messaging with Paul. Uh, Christopher Ward. That's a Tag Heuer ripoff, right? The latest Tag Heuer. Catch the Wave. Actually, it's not that bad. Interesting. But, oh, it's like a see-through dial. Huh. And the blue hand. Where have I seen the blue hand? Like, that's a Rolex Explorer 2 polar dial situation with the ceramic, right? This is what the Explorer 2 would
Yeah.
look like if they put a
Yeah,
ceramic dial on it.
They even used the Rolex advertisement picture.
Yes. Oh my god. So
Okay, sorry about that.
no, it's okay. Just get yourself ready. Get
Oh,
settled
here's a
in.
Grand Seiko ripoff.
Green.
Yeah, here in the middle.
Oh yeah.
That black one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's all they're ripping off and that looks like a Tudor. This one right here.
Yeah.
The blue one. And that looks like IWC. They're just ripping off everything.
It looks more like a Bremont ripoff, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
That one.
it's a mix between type what is it, type 8
Type
type 21?
19 or
No. Type 18, I think. Type 18. But yeah, it's all Toyota Mo, $5. Great to see my friend Jonathan on. A lot of respect for having the balls to speak his mind enough. Timmy kept shutting him down. Even though Timmy kept shutting him down. I get it, Tim. Yeah,
Thanks to you, Tomo.
yeah,
I
yeah.
really appreciate it.
I was trying
I
to
was,
keep it a little bit balanced. The balance, that's
and actually, anyone who had something critical to say about Timepiece Gentleman would have been welcome to Super Chat, and the
right.
Super Chat would have been read then.
Right, but nobody did. The only person who was super chatting was Bud the Stud, and
Yeah,
it was kind of the
and I was
critics.
the freeloader. I didn't pay anything.
Yeah, it was kind of. I felt bad. Like, where was all the super chats? People were so vocal.
Hey, I
Oh,
super
how
chatted.
did you do that? Why didn't you ask him this? Hey, you had opportunity to super chat me. I would have read it for even $2, but they didn't do it. What a shame. What a shame. Tim's divorce lawyer. Interesting. $2. I prefer the snowflake, but I love
Skyflake,
That is a gorgeous dial.
a
I have seen that
skyflake.
watch in person. That
the
is
blue dial.
it's not it's almost a baby blue, but not a baby blue, if that makes sense. And the texturing on the dial is just
Oh,
really incredibly done.
interesting.
I totally agree, but I don't like this watch because, in my opinion, Grand Seiko is charging too much. Basically, this is a snowflake,
Yes.
but with a steel case instead of a titanium case,
Yes.
with a leather
Yeah.
strap instead of a titanium titanium strap, and it costs more than the snowflake. And in my opinion, that watch is overpriced compared to the snowflake. Then.
So I believe that there is a regular version of the snowflake dial, if I'm not mistaken.
The snowflake, the white one.
Yeah. So there's the plain one. Then there's this one that's a spring drive edition, correct? So
snowflake is always spring drive so far. There have been some limited edition, maybe.
Right.
and recently some lake pattern and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I think that's what I'm thinking of. But regardless, I mean, the snowflake dial in person,
Mhm.
Grand Seiko is known actually for this particular dial, just like
Yep.
you know, Vacheron is known for that blue dial, or H. Moser is known for their dials, right? But the actual case construction, I agree, it could be made out of something more robust or of precious metal to complement the dial. I get what you're saying though, Jonathan.
It is a
It's a give or take.
it is a strategic move for them to do it because it's kind of like what Omega did with the Astro Boy
Yeah.
thing, right? They sold the Omega with just the strap for almost double the money, and you
Yeah.
know it's just that's kind of the same thing they're doing. They created a popular model where they took kind of a hit because it is difficult to machine that titanium. They
Yeah.
took a hit, like the profit margin on the Snowflake is low compared to this one. This is where they
Yeah.
cash in.
But
But it is a different dial. It is interesting.
but I think going towards Jonathan's point, the price point
Mm-hmm.
is it's priced aggressively
Yeah.
to where it competes with a lot of the higher models of
Oh yeah.
particular brands.
Yeah.
So it's like they want to elbow their way into the group, essentially.
Yeah, but still, the pricing doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
Although I'm a sucker for that blue dial. That is simply gorgeous.
Yeah.
But my current favorite is the one with the lake blue, which
The lake
we had
blue.
before.
Let
Do you
me
want me to give you the reference number to pull it up, or?
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Yes,
know what you're
please.
talking about. The wave,
Yeah,
the lake, right?
the
Yeah.
lake spring drive 5 days. That is absolutely gorgeous.
I mean, you know, I like to think one day I'll have in my collection pieces from all over the world, like the best
There it is.
manufacturers, right? From Switzerland, from Japan,
Yeah.
from the United States, from
Mm-hmm.
wherever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would never discredit Grand Seiko. They're great. Creedor is, I think, where they want to be in exclusivity and I
Mm-hmm.
guess overall finish, design, and um, so forth, right?
Yeah.
But this is a healthy in between to kind of hook you into the hobby of watch collecting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. To the topic of Creedor, that's a really difficult topic, because if you're for sure you have the Creedor Aichi in mind, the platinum one with the porcelain dial, but they
Yes.
have an awful line of other watches that are not really high in quality in terms of finishing. The
Right.
designs are really weird at times, and in
Mhm.
my opinion, they should really
To be
properly
honest.
position Creedor above Grand Seiko.
To be
Yeah,
honest.
Yeah,
it basically Creedor has the LUC Chopard syndrome,
Hmm.
where
I've never.
they can do some absolutely amazing piece, and right next to it they do something really
Yeah.
bizarre, quirky, and
Yeah.
not so
Not so hot.
profound.
Mm.
Yeah.
And actually, I have hard time telling the difference. Normal people will have hard time telling the difference between this Grand Seiko and the Creedor, because you have to be like super enthusiast to
Yeah.
understand it.
But
Like even
if
the
you
movement. I know. It's like, how dare you
if
compare
you
this
look
to Patek or Creedor? I'm just saying
yeah,
normal people,
yeah.
not us.
Yeah.
So Vincent watches,
Let me just get through these chats. Sorry.
Yeah. Interrupted
Got
again.
Jamie. Yeah, I'm just gonna interrupt you there. Jamie Opulence, greetings to all. Hope you're doing fantastic, having fantastic day. Perth Luxury, can I apply for position of super chat reader? I would appreciate it, because I do struggle with reading comprehension. Gentlemen's Hangout, Tim just got here. Tell me about the watch in your thumbnail. I like the new dial. We're gonna get to it.
JJ.
Hi, JJ as well. Yep, Perth Luxury, $2. Happy birthday to Toyota Mo. Toyota Mo, happy
Happy birthday,
birthday
right?
to you. Oh, it was yesterday. Ooh. See, I'm not good with birthdays. I don't. Yeah, thank you. Verdown, Mr. Tudor to you, $5 super chat. 2 more pieces. Tim, check the Reddit. Oh, let's check it. The demise continues. For your day in life, you need to ask more what people are wearing. Don't be afraid. Yes. What? What is that? What?
I want to see.
Who put it there? Who put it there? Was it you?
Actually, Tim, Wings and Watches. I'm waiting for a blue dial Creator Aichi
Okay.
wait list.
Mm. Yeah, I've never seen one of those Creedors in person, so I mean, from what I see and read, they seem to be very sought after and a notch above. But the Grand Seiko, I mean, I like them. I see them in person. The Snowflake dial is incredible. It's my favorite out of everything. So
Yeah,
Check this out.
the dials are really outstanding.
yeah,
You know that I never saw a Grand Seiko in real life?
Really?
Because basically Seiko doesn't have the balls to open a store in
Yeah.
Switzerland.
I think they're banned in Switzerland.
But I mean, I really think they just don't want to compete with the Swiss watchmakers.
yeah.
I think if somebody would really rent out a place for a Grand Seiko boutique, he will get a lot of flack from the Swiss manufacturers and probably the Swiss lobby groups.
No, I don't
Don't you
think
think
so.
so?
I don't think so. No,
Okay.
because to be fair, they have one salon in Bern.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
they have one, just one, and it's not like a big store. It's just like a little showroom.
Yeah.
So, and that's not only Grand Seiko. It's Seiko. It's the whole thing. They only have one store.
You know, the problem is that Seiko is not willing to put up so much money like many of the other international brands.
Yes, this is what
they-
I said. They just don't want to
Yep.
compete with the other brands in Switzerland because they might think, and maybe they are correct, that Swiss people are not interested in Japanese watches. So they are like, let's focus our market somewhere else.
No, not only that, you know, I'm often asking myself if all those Mont Blanc boutiques are really selling the watches and the leather goods for the monthly rent. So many of their boutique locations are basically strategically just to be visible for international clients, and I think that kind of thinking is not with Seiko. They just do it when it makes financially sense. That's how I see
mean,
it.
Yes.
let me tell you, Mont Blanc does not make all its money with only watches.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Perth Luxury Jonathan Part 2 stream today at 19:05 hours GMT +8.
That
Guys,
sounds
check
like
this
a
out.
better time.
Verdun has added
two of what?
2 more Tudors to his
Oh.
Tudor collection. Probably my favorite Tudor at the moment would be,
I like that one.
right? The
I love
blue 58.
You have a
It's
Tudor
just-
Wings?
No, I did a review
Had
of one, the Heritage, the Black Bay.
Oh
on
yeah,
the, on
that's
the blue
true.
strap.
That's true.
I
Yeah.
really loved that, but I saw this one at the AD the day prior. I didn't really bother to ask to take a look at it because they were busy, but they had it, which was nice, and it's reminiscent of the blueberry.
Yeah, you can
Or the
find
Smurf,
them
sorry.
now.
Yeah,
I
really?
like this a lot. But
The
just
Black Bay is
imagine,
58. You can find them now, at least in Geneva. Even on metal bracelets, you can find them.
Yeah, when they come out, they were so hot going over retail.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was
But-
crazy.
But there's nothing to say that the trend won't flip back again and they will not be desired once again and become super collectible. It just all depends on how tightly Rolex decides to keep control of these pieces.
You know what I wouldn't mind seeing, and if they already don't have this, is this watch, but in either a bronze casing with the exact same layout,
Ooh.
or in a precious metal. I don't know if Tudor will do precious metal. But if they eventually do, that would be interesting.
Yeah, I don't think they want to do it because if you look at Rolex and how their watches are broke down, it's actually it's like 5 companies in one.
Right.
It's 5 different brands in one because they sell watches at every single price point that exists. You start with Tudor, that's their 5,000 bracket. Then you go to base Rolex, that's your 10,000. Then you go to two tones, that's your 15,000 bracket. Then you go
Right.
to full gold, that's 30,000 bracket. Then they have those unique pieces that like with weird dials, right? Like a meteorite dial. That's your 50,000 bracket.
Right.
Then you got the diamonds versions. That's your like 100,000 bracket. There's also platinum built in it. Most brands they don't have this kind of breakdowns. They exist in one of these areas and they almost make no money in the other ones. Where Rolex is and it's so easy for customers to understand the price points. Steel, that's the cheaper one. You have more money, two-tone. You have even more, full gold. You have even more than that, diamond. And people get it. It's so basic.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's kind of like
And they sell everything. Like
But I
Omega.
mean,
Omega makes two-tones and gold. Nobody buys that crap.
well, that's
I
not
mean,
well. To be
Hublot
fair, no,
also
not
has
like
this.
people do buy that, but it's not as popular as. Yeah, you're right. Like a Rolex is ever rose gold or their two-tone stuff, but Omega is now, as of late, came out with a fully white gold Speedmaster along with a yellow gold Speedmaster.
Yeah,
Like
but
these anniversary.
the quantity is not there. The
I
quantity,
Hublot.
they're
No,
just
you're right.
yeah.
Hublot
But
does
it's
it.
And
this.
Rolex, they kind of invented this thing.
But again, would you see with Rolex? Here's my thing: is the other day when I walked by
Sorry, I have a
Rolex.
delivery. 1 second.
Sorry, I'll just share this with you guys. The other day when I walked by Rolex, it was so incredible to see the lineup of people wanting to go in there. Yet there was nothing in the cases. You can see
Yeah,
a few
it's really
very
funny.
small date justs from far. One that appeared to be of precious metal, but the lineup outside, I didn't even walk in. This is from what you can see outside of the store. Yet, if you walk just a little further, you go to Vacheron.
Mm-hmm.
You're greeted, you're welcomed with open arms. And
Yes.
again, my experience yesterday has been the most consistent experience that I've ever had.
Mhm.
I went to Vacheron and I was greeted as if I have been a client of theirs for 10 years.
Hmm.
It's the experience, it's the way that sure, there's like Rolex is broken down into various price points, which is actually wonderful to see. Which is it would be easy for people to
It's
get
just
into
easy
it.
for
But,
people to understand. Most
right.
people they see Vacheron full gold, they think of it as a competitor to a full gold Rolex.
Well, listen. Here's my philosophy in this. The historique, the 1921, I believe.
Hmm.
If I'm not getting that wrong. The white gold and yellow gold are the exact same price.
Right.
It's 45,000 Canadian.
Yeah.
Now, for 45,000, I have a historique that is incredible.
Yeah.
Not only to see one, but to see two, right?
Yeah.
But you have the option of choosing, and then you look a little bit more deep into the store, and you see an ultra thin perpetual calendar overseas.
Yeah.
Right.
Ugh.
So, they have this stuff available for you because they, controlling things as it is,
Mm.
it's wild. So many people were walking away from the Rolex lineup. They're like, this is wild.
Yeah.
Look, if we would tape that conversation, then have a time machine and go back 20 years
Yeah.
Mhm.
and play that on the internet, people would say this guy is out of his mind. praising Vacheron for having watches available while Rolex doesn't.
Yeah.
This is really so surreal.
That's not a good thing.
I can tell you
Having
why.
watches available in today's
Yeah.
world is not a good
It's-
thing.
I can
It's
tell
so
you exactly
grotesque.
why this is happening. This is happening because basically Rolex has influence far beyond the watch enthusiasts. You ask a
Yes.
random people what is a Vacheron in the street.
Oh, I'm gonna
They-
do that on my live.
They don't
walking
fucking
around.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only
careful,
watch
not getting
enthusiasts know what a
Yeah.
Vacheron is.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna do
you
that. I'm
ask
gonna do
a
these
random guy
experiments.
what a Rolex is, they
Yeah.
are gonna be, oh, it's a very good watch, very expensive. Everybody wants it.
On
Everybody.
my last, when I was in the city,
And-
on my last thing, I asked a bunch of teenagers what they think of my watch, and the guy said, "I don't know anything, but it says Rolex, so it must be good."
Let
That's
me
it.
tell you. Let me tell you to continue my point. So the thing is, so many people want to buy a Rolex, but they basically don't fucking know anything about watches. So
Yeah.
they come inside, they ask, so they are treated, fairly well.
Yeah.
You still have the line of people, but they go to the guys. Okay, how can I help you today? They say, oh, can I buy a Pepsi? They don't even know what the fuck Pepsi is because they just heard Pepsi is the watch to get. And the guy has to explain, oh, I'm sorry, it's a very desirable watch. We cannot sell you a Pepsi today. We don't have it. And then they go, oh, too bad. Oh, but do you have the GMT? You see what I mean? And then they're like, oh, then they realize, oh yeah, it's hard to get watches. Then it starts all over again with the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And so you can see how it gets very boring and repetitive for some poor sales guy who has to do
that
this
must
all
be
the day.
horrible.
Yeah.
To tell the same story every day, day in, day out, 100
Sometimes
times.
I feel really bad for some of these people. And on the other side, you have Vacheron, who has one guy coming in every 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're like, oh my God, there's someone's coming in. Champagne,
When I was working in retail and watch retail, the hottest thing was the diver's watch from Swatch. And we had like 50 to 100 people every day. They just came in, Swatch Scuba, most of them Italian tourists. And it was really draining. You got a headache from everything because you could see them just the way they come into the door that they're gonna ask for a Swatch
Hello,
Scuba.
James. How's it going?
Hey guys, good, thank you. How are you?
Hey, we were just talking. We were gonna talk about these two watches from Verdau, but then we got totally derailed. Let me just catch up with the chats, and then we're gonna see it. We're gonna go back to this original super chat. Perth Luxury would love to debate Paul Thorpe. By the way, James, have you seen the new video of the Paul Thorpe?
No, what's that one?
Ooh, he showed the kind of like the spreadsheet that supposedly some Rolex ADs use in assigning watches, and what makes you eligible for a piece. You have to go through categories, and there's a list. Have you bought one? Have you never bought one? Have you bought other watches? And it's like it's a whole spreadsheet, and there are X marks, check marks, and you just go down the list, and you see if the person is eligible. So a bunch of people have been kind of going through the stuff themselves, and they're like, "I will never get this watch."
I think my authorized dealer said something similar to me. I think I'm on this spreadsheet, and next to my name it says "wanker" in capitals.
Wanker, a total wanker, a flipper, a flipper.
To be honest, I saw the video, and most of these bullet points are really obvious. Like, check that he hasn't registered his interest in all other fucking boutiques in the town, that is the first thing they told me when I registered my interest for Rolex. They were like, you can do it in one of our ADs. Do not hop every city to every of our ADs to register because it's useless. You only
Toyota Mo,
will
$5.
be registered once.
Tim, are you stealing AC3's shtick on not reading super chats correctly? Look, I think there's nothing I can do to help. I spoke with the guy. He said like, can you at least read stuff well if you're gonna do this kind of show? So I told him, hey man, send me some like a link to somewhere where I can learn how to read better out loud. I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. Perth Luxury, $2. Omega can't do two-tone properly to save their butt. Exactly. I think, and the only reason other brands are doing two-tone and full gold is because they're trying to imitate the way Rolex has perfected that strategy, that selling watches at every like throughout person's journey. You start with a Tudor, then you move up to a steel, then you move up to a two-tone, and then you get the gold.
To be honest, two-tone Rolexes are not the most popular.
No, but they're more. But for most people, like normal people, they see a steel. If you put 3 watches in front of someone, you tell them, you take 3 Daytonas. You take the steel Daytona, you take a two-tone Daytona, and you take a full yellow gold Daytona, and you tell them rank them from the most expensive to the cheapest one. There's no way in chance in the world they will put the two-tone first, because on the secondary market it's not as hot. They'll say first the cheapest one is steel, then they'll say the two-tone, then they say full gold.
Yes.
Because it's easy to understand.
Yes.
But then when they realize, wait a minute, the steel one sells more than the gold one, what the hell? Their brains will melt.
Okay, then.
And we got Perth Luxury, another $2. Austin Daniels is rebel streaming today. Spicy. Is that so? That's gonna be incredible. What do you guys think about the?
Sorry about that, guys. Had a delivery.
Interesting. Oh no, I also had delivery. Charlie Parks, Paddock. Thank you. Plastic,
I approve.
$2. Great show, Tim, and showcase showing the way.
Sorry, can I just go back to your two-tone?
Showing the way.
Sorry. We need to talk about these 2 watches, guys.
Yes, sir.
We got the blue one. We covered that. That's probably the hottest Tudor in my opinion. That's the one to get. Now, what about the ceramic? This is a very controversial piece.
Listen, for if I were to go up on a flight, I'd like to have that. I love that watch. Yeah. So something like this appeals to me because of the color. I like to have variety in some of my watches. I like this quite a bit.
What about you, Showcase? What do you think? Are you done with Tudors?
I haven't seen it in person. I did get offered the silver 58, so I got to see that on a NATO strap.
The Paul
got
Thorpe
offered
edition.
Paul Thorpe edition. Why has he reviewed it?
No, that's just what I call it because it looks exactly like Paul Thorpe.
Right. So I tried that one. I think it's interesting what Tudor are doing. I think it's quite clever that Rolex has got this smaller company out there that's sort of mixing things up, trying different experiments, seeing what works, what fails. And
they almost turned it into like a little collect them all, right? Like a Pokemon.
No,
right? There's all these different Black Bays. It's kind of like what Richard Mille did with all the different materials, right?
At the end of the day, Tudor are, they're going head to head with Omega now. They've done, they've come out with the Metas. They're doing ceramic cases. That, Rolex has positioned Tudor in a position where they can, take on Omega and keep Omega at bay, while Rolex, go up the next couple of steps on the ladder.
Yeah, they're really trying to.
And I find it interesting that Tudor is now attacking Omega from the bottom. So they are keeping them busy from below, while Rolex can do their things a little bit more on the top.
But I really respect Tudor for what they do, because I really respect brands that are sort of doing the next step. Rolex have sort of kept as they are for decades.
Yes.
Whereas Tudor are actually, if you look at the moves that Tudor have made over the last decade, it's been huge moves over the last decade.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I do. I respect Tudor.
You know what's funny? I and to be completely honest, I wasn't a big fan of Tudor.
Yeah.
I always looked at it as it's not really a Rolex, but it's kind of like a Rolex until I wore it and I appreciated it for a period of time.
Yes.
I was like, wow. One, it's very comfortable.
Yes.
Two, it looks great, and it reminded me of the Blueberry, the Heritage Black Bay, the one that
Well,
I had.
with the meta certification and with the in-house movements, I mean, there's the only thing that's going to separate Tudor from Rolex is the brand name. I mean, we're
Yeah,
at the point where like that's the
but
only
I mean,
difference.
I could see the value in the piece because like spending time with a watch that you're not familiar with
Mm.
can really change your mind. So that's why I was actually really impressed, and now more and more, if I go buy a Tudor AD, I'll pop in just to see what they have. It's more and more appealing to me, especially at the price point, because there are other pieces that I want to get first, if that makes sense.
Mm.
How about you, Watch Jesus?
No, I agree. I like the watch. Once again, it's an interesting combination. I think offering more choice to the customer is always a very good thing, and to this I applaud Tudor. But it's 41. It's too big.
41 is oh yes for you.
Yeah, it may not work for some. Yeah.
Yeah, you see,
Hobby Lobby
I think the 39 is too small. I think I do think Rolex have got it absolutely perfect.
Showcase, you're on the wrong show. This is moderated and hosted by a guy who wears a 36.
36,
Yeah.
the lady size.
Yeah, and I wear 34, so
Ooh, the 34 Air King. It's actually
no, it's
the
a Oyster Perpetual.
right, Oyster Perpetual. That's right. That's right. I look, Tudor. It's really good stuff. I think I want more. I want more. Different like additions, like different more experimentation. Like actually, I feel like the Tudor, especially the Black Bay, the Black Bay, it's ripe for just different materials. I want the carbon, the titanium. I want just your basic stuff. I want some more interesting stuff as well.
Right.
If there is a watch that you could do it with that will always remain classy, I think that's the one to do it with. It's like
One thing that Tudor has done, successfully done, which no other watch brand that I can think of has done, other than Rolex. Tudor have successfully brought out a killer dive watch, a killer chronograph, and a
Yep.
killer GMT.
Yeah.
Omega have made a killer dive watch and they made a killer chronograph. But
Yes.
the GMTs, all the Omega, there isn't an Omega GMT which I would recommend to somebody.
Right. They don't have a dedicated line for the GMT.
Not really, no. I mean,
Right.
it's either a Planet Ocean GMT or it's a Seamaster GMT or it's a Aquaterra or whatever.
Yeah.
I think where Tudor and Rolex really push forward is they do everything very well and they make a good package. Somebody could collect just Tudor and create a beautiful collection just with Tudor.
Like you can get one like a diver, you can get a chronograph from them, and you can get a GMT. It's more than any man needs in life. The 3 watches. You get those 3, you're set. And Tudor's, like, they're all in-house. Everything is just waterproof. Tudor is a watch that can last you a lifetime, literally.
If you wanted to have a 3-piece collection, you could have that. You could have on the screen there. You could have the blue Pelagos for the blue dial.
There's a diver.
You could have the Diet Panda.
Yep.
And then you can have the Diet Pepsi. You've got a range of colors. You've got a range. You've got a nice
if they make a Coke,
collection.
That's it. I think it's going to be finishing blow. If they can make a GMT in Black Bay 58, that's it.
That would be fantastic.
They
I
even
think they're
added the
definitely a
gold.
brand. They're definitely a brand. They're definitely a brand to keep an eye on at Tudor. I think anybody who is looking at investment, I
Yeah.
think they've probably missed the boat on Rolex. I think unless they've already got an existing
yeah.
relationship. But if they're looking for the next, the future, the 10, 20-year investment for the kids or
Yeah.
whatever, I think Tudor could be a way to go.
Well, if Rolex plays the game correctly, if they can make these 3,500 Tudors resell for 5,000, that'd be insane. I mean, that's kind of where the market is for the Diet Panda, right?
Yeah.
It's
I
amazing.
love the Diet Panda. I think it's a beautiful watch. And it's actually, I didn't realize this until I went into the Tudor authorized dealer. It's actually the same dimensions and thickness as the two-tone chronograph, which I really like that two-tone chronograph. It's one of the few two-tones I'd actually own.
Yeah.
I have a question, guys, because we are talking about a 3-watch collection. It was the example that you gave. So we have a diva, a chronograph, and a GMT.
Yeah.
But I would argue that in place of the GMT,
Yes.
I would get a calendar. Do you think that one day either Rolex or Tudor might come with a killer calendar watch?
You mean with a triple calendar, just like?
For example, yes.
Well, they did a day date. They did a day date just now, right? With the
Yeah, but let's say a
Royal.
full calendar.
Yeah, I there's nothing to say that they won't, and I think that would
Because
be
in my opinion, right now it is not considered as a sporty complication.
Yeah.
You know, because the main reason it's fragile, and chronographs are fragile, but chronograph has this connection to racing and everything, so it can be done. Do you think Rolex or Tudor, I mean, I don't know, but the Rolex might come with a killer calendar one day? I would love to see this. There was one rumor last year, just before they announced the new Submariners.
Yeah.
There was a crazy rumor on the Rolex forums. I remember very, very well.
In my
Apparently.
opinion, a triple calendar and a sports watch don't go together well. It must be a dress watch. But that is probably my traditional thinking, and I'm not able to think outside of the box.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do a version of Tudor Royal. If this line is successful, if they don't first go to a triple calendar with the Tudor Royal, right? There's just they're gonna make a lot of money on the Royal because this is just, I think it's an ETA or something, and the price point here is just incredible. You get a lot of watch for not a lot of money. I mean, this watch looks way more expensive than it is. It's a $2,000 watch, and it looks exactly like it looks like a more expensive Datejust to probably most people. This is
I think one thing that'll slow it down is Rolex are extremely careful, and if they're going to do anything, it has to be faultless. So Rolex won't trial it. They might trial it with Tudor. They might come out with something, trial it on Tudor, and perfect it. But I think what will slow the process down is they would need to be 100% that the technology's there, the quality's there. Because at the end of the day, if Rolex release one shitter,
yes,
it's going to harm the full brand.
Yeah. I mean, look, it is.
Can I ask you guys, I guess, your opinion? The Cellini.
Yes.
I've only seen that watch one time, and now it's extremely popular as of recent. Was it not well received in the beginning?
Yes, it was very hated. Yeah. It was very hated. People just dragged on Cellini, and out of all the most Cellinis, they're not that great looking. It's only the moon that looks freaking amazing.
I think the base. I think the base three-hand Cellinis are absolutely beautiful. If you look at one in real life, the dial is immaculate. It has a lot of work into it, and the only reason why people hate it is because they didn't release it in steel.
Right.
Therefore, they cannot buy it.
Yeah, it's 14,000.
It is literally the only reason I can come up with why they hate that watch is because it's so pricey, because it's only in gold.
And it's also
Right.
Rolex is known for making sports watches, not dress watches.
I mean that's not, in my opinion, that's not the main reason. The main reason is only because they came up with it in gold and not in steel.
But that is not true, because Cellini had an older line where the watches were around 4,000 to 6,000, and they didn't sell at all. So
yeah, but we didn't had the Rolex craze at the time.
yeah, that's true.
We?
Yeah.
Because now we have the Rolex craze, and people want a Rolex, but wait, it's only a gold, and you have to pay $15,000.
Yes.
Yeah, and
therefore people are not happy.
Additionally, there have been rumors that Rolex would discontinue the Cellini, and that is what woke up a lot of people.
Yes.
And now it's difficult to find new Cellinis below retail. So that situation has changed a little bit now, particularly with the Moonface.
But if Rolex are going to pull off this this next step of evolution that we think they're going to do, where they're going to try and go up, they're going to try and go up the ladder a couple of notches. This is where the Cellini line might be discontinued now. They might leave it for a few years, maybe 5 years or whatever. And then when Rolex have done their moves and they position themselves in the market where they want to be, they'll bring that line back to compete with some, heavy hitting dress
Patek.
watches.
With
exactly,
Patek. Wouldn't that be
exactly.
amazing if they brought out
By the way,
Cellini? That would be a Patek killer.
This
yes,
was
exactly.
the story I was talking about before. So there was a crazy rumor going on the Rolex forums that there was a secret project in Rolex headquarters. It was called Project Vienna.
Yeah.
Basically, it was Rolex coming up with a brand new, completely new perpetual calendar dress watch.
Okay.
That was being rumored for like a long time.
Yeah.
And then it went completely mute, just increasing the interest.
Okay, let's just cover some of these chats, and then we're gonna talk about the Cellinis, because I wanna show something about the Cellinis. Perth Luxury $2. Thoughts on the Glashutte? Glashutte.
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 No, Glashutte.
Glashutte Original.
CQ green. Oh, green one. Okay.
Original.
Sorry about that.
Beautiful watch. I know. Yeah, there's a bracelet. To your right, Tim. Keep going right.
Oh.
Keep going.
I think it's too late. I pressed the button.
Well, there it is. No.
That's a blue one.
Don't like their bracelet, I think.
Actually, I like that.
Yeah, I do. I really like the Glashutte.
It's a nice blue, actually, and that it doesn't look bad on that band out either.
And in person, they're absolutely beautiful. And I've taken some flack in the past because I am a big Glashutte Original fan. I'm a bit of a fanboy of these, and I'm not a big enough fan to spend that money on them.
Right.
But
we'll never
it's certainly a watch that I really appreciate.
There's no micro adjustment, I guess.
Or if you can find one pre-owned that's in great condition, and you just absolutely must have it. Sure.
You know, I don't like it because it confuses me. When I see that this kind of a big date, I think Lange 1, and it's
they have a normal
like...
date. They have a normal date for the CQ as well.
Yeah, I just don't.
I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan, but I know that Jonathan has one. So
yeah.
So I like it. I like it, Jonathan. It's amazing. It's amazing. Congratulations.
I'm not a fan at all.
What's the photo that prior to this? It was.
He's got one of these on the proper.
Yeah, there
strap.
you go.
Yeah,
this one.
See, I prefer that.
The concerns, because
Jonathan, what kind do you have? Put it in the private chat.
I have the black one with exactly that strap.
Oh, okay, the black one. Oh, with this kind of date.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Actually, the concerns that have come up in the past when this has been discussed.
Yes.
was that Glashutte Original are known for making
Not
handmade,
watches.
handmade, very beautifully made watches,
Okay.
at a very good price, but they're not particularly
9,000?
known. No, yeah, but these are handmade watches.
Hand finished.
They are beautiful watches. If you watch some of the YouTube videos of the behind the scenes of how these watches are made,
Yes,
they blow Omega and Rolex out of the water.
I agree.
Oh, absolutely.
I agree.
They're absolutely beautiful. But the argument was, are they robust enough to be a tool watch? Are they robust enough to be a dive watch?
They
Because
don't look like they're robust enough.
This was the argument. This was the discussion that we had last time, and I think it was. I think you were there, Tim. I think JJ, Marco.
Yes.
I think there was a
It
few.
looks like a dress watch in a sports
I
watch
disagree.
case.
The
No?
watch feels solid. Is it? Would I trust it as long as a Rolex Submariner? No. But I think it feels solid, and it certainly is a quality diver watch. I would have my doubts to compare it directly with the Rolex in terms of long-term quality.
Just out of interest, Jonathan, what I'm not that up to date with the history on Glashutte. Does it have any dive watch heritage? Is there?
Yes,
it does.
They did exactly that. I don't know exactly which year. It looks like 50s, 60s, but that is basically a re-edition of a dive watch they used to make. There is a Hodinkee article where they show the old watch. Let me just check if I'm...
1-inch punch, €2. I didn't want this to be true, but Paul Thorpe is rogue streaming with Ocean later, Tim.
Yes,
Guys,
he does.
If anybody wants to go over there and watch Paul Thorpe, make sure to super chat a goodbye, like 1-inch punch. And you're free to hop off. JB, I was thinking of getting a Tudor, but then decided to go at Omega or add more Rolex.
There you go.
It's not for me. JB, actually, a Tudor 41 would be perfect for you. He has bigger wrists. Stick with Rolex. Why would you want to go with Omega and get fancy?
Hey, Omega's great.
I'll tell you what, guys. I'm meeting Tim in a couple of weeks' time, and I'm taking him to I'm taking him to my Omega authorized dealer who gives significant discount.
Yes.
I'm going to get Tim into an Omega.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
dear God.
Tim is going to be at the London Watch Show wearing an Omega.
Perfect. Perfect.
Oh, no.
Actually, that Perth Luxury brought up that question, the CQ with that metal bracelet.
Yes.
Is I told him this morning I would go immediately and brush that metal strap because I don't like the polished center links.
Oh, the polish. The polished center links kind of don't make sense. Rolex doesn't put polished center links on their dive watch. They do it on the GMT. But best Rolex strategy: do nothing, stay the course, let others innovate. Wow. And I have to disagree. This model doesn't look like more expensive than it is. No doubt, a good watch, but a lot of hype because Rolex owns them.
Here's the thing with for like a dive watch, my ideal dive watch, if I were to invest the money in, excuse me, in one, would be the Blancpain 50 Fathoms.
Yeah.
Which
one? The limited edition? Jonathan has one as well.
Yeah, there's the Rotomit, the Radamar, or
the NORAD.
The NORAD. There you go.
Oh, that's the one he doesn't have.
Tim, I posted an article about the CQ in the private
we're gonna bring it up. Perth Luxury, $2. I suggested Jonathan loves the center links.
No.
Oh, welcome.
Oh,
wait, one second.
That's beautiful. I've not seen that one.
Where's the Timepiece Fund intro? Damn it. Okay, let's just do this one.
I hate that.
Ow, damn
Drop
it.
Put the California on, Hotel California. Thank you so
much. I found it.
For giving me the bad name.
Yeah.
Welcome to
The
the
Bond
show.
the Bond villain is in the house.
The Bond villain. Perth luxury $2 Bark and Jack rates the CQ higher than the Sub. Really?
Ooh,
I
yeah,
think
actually,
Perth
I did
really
see
wants
that.
to buy. He really wants to buy a Geo.
Damn, I can't believe it. And Perth luxury $2 James drag Tim kicking and screaming into the Omega.
I can see that coming.
Damn, timepiece fun. What are your thoughts? Omega versus Tudor.
Value?
Just your read on the brand perception. How do you perceive brands? Which one is better? Which one is worse? Why do
Look,
you
I'm
think
not,
so?
I'm not a watch geek.
That's perfect
but
because
from
we
value,
are, and we need a non-watch geek perspective.
from a non-watch geek perception, I would
Yes.
go Omega, but within Omega, you have to go with the iconic brands, iconic pieces, I should say.
Yes.
There you
Agree.
go.
The only thing that sours Amiga a little bit for me, and and this is speaking from an Amiga fanboy, is it's owned by Swatch. I like the fact that Rolex and Tudor are independent. I like that.
Even Breitling is independent.
Yeah, it's the Swatch relationship that I get the idea that being part of Swatch opens up more technology to them. But
Very cool. Very cool.
The only actually, I came to realize last night and this morning that when I saw the brand new 3861 with the Hesselite,
Mhm.
I really didn't like the bracelet at all. It didn't feel robust like the later models or some of the anniversary models do.
it feels
Or maybe-
vintage.
I'm sorry.
It feels like a vintage bracelet.
Yes, actually. Now that
It feels like a 1970s bracelet put on a new watch head.
Yeah, I mean, it does have aspects of the vintage inspiration with like the dot over 90, the overall patina of some of the indicators, but it was just very off-putting, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah. The first thing I
I'm
did.
gonna have to go over to your house and snag one of those cigars.
Anytime when my wife and kids are away.
Very
I've
cool.
been thinking about how to get you here to party with me. But
Yeah, we should do a live stream
party
together
like
from
this,
your patio.
I'm just gonna stay in the quiet in the background and just ask me for any ratings goals comments because I'm half in the bag already.
Nice.
Well, the background and your terrace is ratings gold enough.
But I'll tell you, half in the bag in the U.S. means that's after 6 pegs of whiskey and a bottle of wine.
Oh,
You can get anything out of me right now.
gonna have to do that.
Are you smoking cigars, Tim?
No, I never smoked. Well, I smoked once. I smoked a cigar one time. But I wouldn't mind giving it a try. Everybody's smoking cigars, and I was like, might not be the worst thing to try, right?
Cigars may be slightly more healthier than cigarettes
Right.
if you don't inhale.
Right, exactly. And I wasn't planning to inhale, so I think it's gonna be good. Davey 85. Now I think it's robust watch. The testing they do is impressive. Everyone on Rolex hype like nobody else can make something last. It's
Can you
it's
pull
just,
up that vintage
yes.
GO? As far as I'm reading it, it's a 1969, the original one.
Let's see here. And then we're gonna talk about the
Moser.
new stuff. Here we go. All right.
Go down a little
That's
bit.
the new one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go down.
Down.
I see.
There we go. Oh,
That
it
looks
looks
quite
exactly
nice.
the same.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they pulled the
Surprise.
Amiga.
Matic Type TS200.
I like this one more.
Yeah, I like this one much more, I have to say.
It looks like a tool watch, like actually purposely made to be able to be read underwater for a diver.
I don't know.
think this one is really small.
That's the beauty of it. How small was it?
I don't know. I have to. check.
I think the new one looks it's way too big.
But this is not 39.5. It's
Oh,
not
it's
too big.
39.5. Oh,
Yeah.
never
I'll
mind.
tell you something. When you look at the close-ups of the bracelet, that is a proper made bracelet. That's each link screwed in as it is, and it looks like there's some adjustment on the clasp as well.
Let's see here. Oh,
But I
see on this
agree.
side?
I agree. The polished sensor links.
Oh, it's interesting. So they got like a quick release on each link,
Well, it looks like a screw.
like a tiny little
Yeah.
screw, and it screws in from the bottom. That's interesting. That looks like it's hard to do. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Oh, see that's the glide lock that's on IWC. I think they're sharing the technology because this is the same kind of the same clasp that's on IWC Pilot and on Mark 18, which is what I don't know what's going on there.
But this
Are
is Swatch Group.
IWC is part of Swatch Group as well?
No, Glashutte Original is Swatch Group.
What about IWC?
They're Richemont.
How come they're sharing the same parts? Because this is the same.
Same supplier,
Jeez,
probably.
that's kind of disappointing. You know that?
Well, I mean, if
I like the clasp. Don't get me wrong. I love this micro adjustment system. It's amazing.
But I mean, even if you look at the links with the screws on the
On the inside.
yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's a glide lock thing. I mean, I wouldn't put that as something negative. I mean, if it's worked for other brands, it's fine. It should be fine for this.
Yeah. It's like you can adjust it without taking it off. Just
Yeah.
press the button. And actually, so the IWC has the same you know, the head of the bracelet with just their logo on it. Just like, huh.
That's a beautiful watch. That is beautiful.
Yeah. It's quite a beauty. I like the original more, but very cool.
But it's quite faithful to the old one.
Yep. It's not like well, I don't know. Were they ripping off Submariner at that time? I don't know. M says yes. Swatch sucks. Yeah,
They've been in the east part of Germany under communism. Not sure if that is an indicator that they would not rip off Rolex, or if they would do. I can't tell you. Both is possible.
Also, Rick 555. I have a Tudor Chrono and GMT. Very nice. I like the brand, just not sure how I feel about the green gold. What do you guys think about that green gold? Tudor?
The solid gold green Black Bay.
Yeah. That was quite shocking, right? If they wanted to shock the public, I think they achieved it. They got their desired effect with that green. Where is it? What the hell? Why can't I?
Well, I mean, it's one more choice for the customer, so it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's just
You know,
it takes
if-
it into weird territory, right?
But who cares? You can still buy the other one if you don't like this one. Imagine if they completely discontinued the Black Bay line and they released one full gold model to replace it. Now then this might I would say that might justify some negative criticism. But you know, it's just one more watch. If you like it, you can buy it. If you don't like it, just don't buy it. And as you just said, I like that they are trying new things, and it's just normal.
It's definitely definitely fits their daring motto, right? Motto.
You know, when I see the variants that Tudor is able to put out, mustn't it be frustrating to work in Rolex product development? I'm pretty sure they have creative people there, and 99.5% of all their proposals is just thumbs down. Okay, next
Yep.
one.
Yep.
Yeah, and then it's just the slightest change. Well, how about this? We just change the metal. Okay,
Yeah,
approved.
yeah. And the product developers that are burned out totally then from Rolex then go to Tudor to recover a little bit from that.
Alex
Yep.
Watchaholic, Richemont has better brands than Swatch.
I mean,
Richemont
can you
was
imagine?
the tobacco manufacturer, weren't they?
Richemont?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it was like I think it was a tobacco manufacturer, and then when the tobacco, when they saw that there was a lot of laws being put out against tobacco to ban tobacco, they start buying up brands. I think they bought like Cartier, they bought a whole bunch of stuff.
I think John Rupert is from South Africa. I'm not sure about that.
Tim,
But
if I
that's-
may, I just got a text from my Patek dealer,
Oh,
AP, and not the news, but in the process, I got the text. Let me just see, saying that, see the thumbs up. I
Yeah.
asked him. He put me on the list for Calatrava 6119R, and I said to him, "Look, if you put me on that list, I'd really like you to put me on. Make it a pair. Any steel Patek that you can allocate to me." And he gave me a thumbs up. You tell me
wow.
what it means.
Oh, that sounds
Wow.
good.
Congratulations.
I don't
What a
know.
combo
Is that
meal.
congratulations.
Yeah, I
I-
think
I-
that's good news. It's gonna take time, but I think
I hope that you don't get a ladies 24.
No, I told him. I told him my wife doesn't like watches.
Okay, good, good move.
Dan T. Tim, do you plan on buying a non-Rolex luxury piece ever? Yes, I'm gonna buy a Tudor, Black Bay 58, and well, I don't know. I don't know. No,
Blue?
I'm gonna buy. I think I don't know. I just don't have the money right now. I was fired from the job, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on. It would be kind of dangerous, but I think maybe I'll buy some Omega, and then well, I don't want to say too much, but if anybody wants me to bring in Omega from London and then buy it from me, I might do that.
Yeah, we can get very good Amigas over here.
Yeah, I heard there's good prices.
Yep.
Dr. Flick Flag, the Tridor is the only Rolex experiment, not very successful. What the hell was a Tridor?
That was the three color gold date with the center links in three different gold colors.
Oh my god. Oh, very interesting. Was this?
Yeah,
Wow. It's
you
not
guys are all too
very.
young to remember this,
Oh my god.
but they were difficult to sell. I can tell you.
I'm just looking at the bracelet, thinking that looks like the 3861 bracelet, just in a two-tone.
Wow. Oh, I completely forgot. I wanted to talk about the Cellinis. Ooh, and we got Mr. GMT, $5 super chat. I'm a fan of Tudor P01. I find it an oddball just like me. It's a great price right now. I think I've seen they tanked so hard. The P01, they're so cheap. I've seen one on David SW for like 3,000, and they'll probably take $500 off easily. And David probably bought it for 2, maybe low 2.
If I could just interject here,
Yes.
in my Harley days, which was about 15 years ago, that watch P001, which
Yeah.
is probably my fun collection, not on my rotation. It's an incredible watch. If you are a motorcycle guy,
Oh.
just get it. Just get it for a discount.
It's freaking beautiful. The strap, look at that strap. It's like the amazing leather. It's blend. I was at the party one time, and I got a chance to try this on. One of the guests had it. He was the first person in New York to get this Tudor, and it's just incredible. The way it wears, it's just there's something. It's really cool, guys. It doesn't
I,
look good in pictures, but look at that, a painted dial. You don't get that anymore.
it's the best bezel on any
Mm.
modern Tudor.
Mm.
I think the biggest mistake Tudor did is go to a coin edge bezel.
Yes.
I think they should have kept with the teeth bezel, like they do on the Rolex. I think
Yes.
And I think this is where they've gone right. It makes the dial look fantastic. It's just the rest of the watch that I'm not keen on, but I think the dial and the bezel look fantastic.
The bezel is gorgeous, yeah.
Yeah. It's and look at the price. I mean, the price is insane. You can probably get this for 2,500. It's ridiculous.
And it looks
$5 super
like the
chats.
owner just wore it once and then put it in the drawer.
David SW just dropped his usual Monday inventory pieces. AP 1159 among them. New arrivals.
Something.
Let's see it. Around this time every Monday. Oh, okay. Interesting. New arrivals.
We've got Drew in the chat.
Drew, my Brokeback Mountain friend. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it changed. The new arrivals have changed. We got a Joe Biden, a White Oyster Perpetual, a Sea Dweller. It's actually wow, full gold. Then we get the Yacht-Master. These Yacht-Masters are still very cheap. A two-tone for 17. Explorer ones are going crazy.
That's nuts, yeah.
Yeah, a 15. Is that the new one or is that the old one? Oh, that's the new one. It's 2021. Wow. A mustard, a no date, 41. Oh, that's cheap actually. That's quite cheap. Explorer 2s more expensive than the sub. That is incredible news for the watch community, I think. Huh. Because usually people think of Explorer 2 as a lower tier watch.
That was the cheapest professional model for
Right?
a long time, yeah.
Is Rolex trying to flip it? Because it is a more complicated watch in some ways, no?
The Explorer?
Yeah.
Uh,
GMT? No?
I don't know. I like the Explorer. I don't particularly see them needing to do one thing or another with it. It has its place in Rolex history, right? So
Yeah.
I don't
Look at
know.
this. Medium Cartier Santas. That's beautiful.
I've had one of the first Explorer 2s 41 millimeters with a black dial, and actually the black dial is not really black. It is a matte, deep, dark brown. Anybody else notice that?
Yeah. There was a code 1159 that I saw before you clicked on that Cartier. Tim.
Oh, sorry. I just got completely distracted by the Kermit.
It's okay.
The Kermit is just so beautiful.
Are you confused that it still has crown guards?
I looked at it, I was like, is that green? Is that black? It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Wow. Amazing. Let's see. Sorry. What do you guys want me to do?
Oh, nothing. I could just comment that I saw code 1159 AP. There it is.
Oh, this one right here. Yep.
Yes.
That's the one that Humble Pine had.
Yes,
Correct.
Humble Pine. Yes,
Yes.
the same one.
That. Ooh, look at that rotor with coat of arms. Wow.
When you've got a minute, Tim, I've just
Yes.
I've just put a watch in the private chat. I'm curious on what you guys think to it. I've just put the link to it.
Yes. I'm gonna bring it up. Second.
It's definitely left field.
Oh yes.
Yes.
This is JJ. JJ had one of these.
JJ has one, yeah.
Yeah, no, he sold it, but he had one of these. This is you know what this is? This is Breitling's answer to G-Shock. Because over the past couple of years, what happened was G-Shocks have been creeping and crawling and going up in price, and now G-Shocks are making $3,000 watches. So Breitling was like, "Fuck that! We need to make a watch that looks exactly like a G-Shock to compete with them. We can't let them just take our money for free and not do anything about it. We're gonna look stupid." And that's why look, they even partnered with Ironman.
You see, I've been doing some research on this watch, and thanks to this, I actually learned how to use a wristwatch as a compass the other day.
Yes, it's got the compass.
Yeah, have you ever actually tried using your watch? Any wristwatch as a compass?
No.
Yeah,
I've never known.
It's good if you have a GMT watch.
Yeah, I know how to do it with the GMT.
Yeah, because you point the hour hand at the sun,
Yeah.
and then wherever the GMT hand shows, or you can just divide it. So basically, you point this at the sun, and then with
if you do it
without a GMT.
If you do it with any watch, you point the hour hand at the sun, and then you divide by 2 the gap between the hour hand and the 12, that gives you south.
Yes.
And then obviously the opposite is north. And I learned how to do it the other day thanks to looking up some details on this watch, because I'm looking for a watch that can, I can take camping, it can take a bit of a beating.
Yeah.
And so I have been considering this watch because I just think it's a cool watch. I'm not saying it's got any massive horological value. I'm not saying I'm not trying to blow smoke up his ass.
It's made out of that special plastic that they made, like a titanium plastic blend of carbon.
And to be honest, I did see these. So the mall that we have here in Toronto, where I'm at, we have a lot of the 80s like Breitling, Vacheron, Rolex, Omega, etc. So I was able to see these in the window, and they had every single color. They're really nice.
Yeah,
they're really nice up close.
Oh, and we do have.
But is it a quartz movement inside?
Yes,
it is. Yeah,
and then no lock on crown, which is a little bit sad in my opinion.
Oh, is that right? I didn't realize that. Because it's supposed to be 100 watt. It's supposed to be 100 meters, I think.
Look at the technical data. It says crown no screw locked. 2 gaskets.
No, I don't think it will have a screw down, but it is 100 meter water resistance.
So it's 44 millimeter diameter, 100 meter water resistance,
and it's made of this bright light.
64 grams.
Yeah.
So that weighs nothing.
Yeah, it's plastic.
Yeah. It's plastic and rubber. It's
I think I like the orange one.
Actually, I think they're cheaper. Let me see the red one.
I like the
2,700, and these are 2,500. You can probably get another 500 off at the boutique.
So the red one is
See, this one says Ironman on the rubber strap, and the other one says Breitling. So probably you should go with the. I don't know. I think probably should go with the yellow one.
To be honest, if you really wanted to watch, I'd go with the G-Shock.
Oh, Tim, there's a beautiful one that's Wings and Watches just put in the chat. That is absolutely stunning.
Just really quickly here. Humble Pine says, glad to see that resale of the code I have is shit. Which is, look at that. That's 25,000. It's probably half. It loses half the value. I think these sell for like 50. Maybe less. Maybe 35.
No, less.
No, that's like
35.
the perpetual calendar.
Okay.
That can be 50.
Is it 30? How much does it
No,
sell?
these
How much
are
does it retail for?
I honestly don't know, to be honest.
I would price this at retail at 40 because it's a full gold case with.
I would say less.
No,
I would say
32.
I would say 30 to 35. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
yeah.
Okay, but then David SW probably bought it for 19, or maybe 20. So it loses half.
Well, not half.
But it's a great bargain. It is a great bargain watch. If you can get this used, this is incredible. Because if trends change, this is going to be a hot piece because of how unloved it is at the moment.
Yeah. Humble Pine, just keep this watch. Don't sell it. Just keep it.
Luca says, compass, you say? Look no further. Sarba 017. Let's just pull it up.
That's the Seiko.
Is that the Alpinist? Boom! Alpinist. I knew it. What the hell? $2,700. A Seiko? What? Is this seller out of his mind? Is he completely delusional? Can I leave him a comment? Like, are you crazy? What else is he selling? Let's just check.
Tim, you
his-
just said it. You just said what G-Shock were doing up in the game. You know, if I don't know if any of you guys track Seiko, but Seiko they're creeping up there.
Yeah.
Seiko are making some big moves.
My God.
Iceman, did I tell you the story that my Seiko collection?
No, tell me.
Yeah, after 72 Seikos, all made in Japan, JDM.
Whoa! You still have it?
I still have them in a suitcase. I had to put a stop to it when I got berated by Archie that they are garbage. I'm really, really hurt. But, I said, okay, fine. I'll just play his game.
Listen, I think though they could be extremely collectible now. If you were buying them at their release, I mean, you see these prices, $2,700. That was a $300 watch when Archie made the famous explosion video.
Yeah.
Where he was like, you know what I think about this watch? You know what I think about this watch? And he said, let's go to a commercial break and then I'll come back. And it's a piece of shit. You know? And now look at that piece of shit is literally selling for $3,000. I mean, it's mad. It's mad. The watch has a cult following. I think, you know what? You might have some pieces that sell for incredible amounts. So when we meet up, we'll make a video on your Seiko collection.
Yeah, please do. Full disclosure.
Yes.
I had about 72 Seikos and about, I want to say, another 28 Swiss made mid-range with about 3 Rolexes. And when I saw those videos, I felt this small, right? All of a sudden, all of my collections are shiders.
That happens with all of us.
That's what you paid the big bucks for. That's what.
Yeah. So I hide them. I don't even talk about it anymore. Unless I'm asked about it.
Oh.
Guys, what did we think of this Breitling Emergency? I think this is a beautiful watch.
Oh, I love it.
I really want this.
Wings and watches, have you tried that on? How does
I
it
have.
look on?
Yeah, I have.
Did you make a picture?
No, I didn't have the opportunity to do it. I was actually at the airport, and one of the other pilots had it on his wrist, and I asked to put it on quickly. It actually fit very, very nicely, and then I started looking into this watch more and more. And I was, for somebody that flies or navigates on water or does any sort of recreational activity that requires you to be outdoors, and potentially if things go wrong, you need help. You have to be very responsible with this watch. If you muck around with it and allow people to start playing with the crown and this, that, and the other, this gets activated, you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So would it, Humble Pine, $10 super chat, would it be considered a genuine emergency if I bought that watch at retail? Could I set it off?
You could.
I think
you're
so.
Get like a $15,000 bill, if not more.
There should be a watch that gives you a direct line to Archie Luxury before you buy it.
In all fairness, you do have to sign a waiver with to Breitling saying that you understand the severity.
And you have a little box where you put the watch in, and it checks if the alarm is still working without setting up the alarm.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so you get a little plastic box with an electronics, and you can check if that emergency function is still functional or not.
Jay Sykes, the guy with the cigar, can pick up a phone and get someone whacked anywhere in the world.
Jay Sykes, you do realize that the white cat's just gone off to the litter tray back soon.
You better watch your back.
He just sits there stroking his white cat. He's the proper Bond villain.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm just waiting for Knick-Knack serving some champagne.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they have this piece in a couple variations, both on a bracelet and on steel. So
Oh, yeah,
there
right.
you
I'll
go.
tell-
Oh,
I'll tell you when I first discovered this. The Breitling Emergency was actually in the film with Graham Neeson. Is it Graham Neeson? Nielsen?
Liam Neeson.
It's the Grey, where he's getting hunted by a pack of wolves, and one of the guys actually has a Breitling Emergency, and they pull it out, and at the very end you just see him. That's such a cool film.
Huh? They actually use it?
They actually use it in the film. Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's literally like a big antenna that just pops out of it.
Yeah.
That's right. It's like a massive long piece of wire, isn't it? That you can, and you're supposed to wrap it around a piece of stick or something and sort of stick it in the ground and leave it there.
Wow.
But I think realistically, these watches. I mean, is this a watch? If you bought it, would you wear it as a daily watch, or would it be something that you would only wear if you were going out into the middle of nowhere?
I think
be honest,
that would be a conversation piece for Tim when he explores Manhattan. That would be a conversation piece.
Yeah, you know what? People said that I probably need this thing with me when I'm going on my excursions.
No, I mean, for me, this would. I like to enjoy myself, but especially flying. If things do happen, I like to be able to think that if I do make a smooth landing, I can get help.
Yeah.
Right, regardless of where I am. So you have to prepare for all the eventualities. But if you fail to prepare, you're doomed to fail. So, sorry, you know.
Yeah, I think if you're somebody who, I know a few people who their hobby is like gliders, and they'll go all over the world and they'll go gliding up the mountains, over mountains and stuff. If I was one of them guys, I would want this watch with me, because they were telling me that they've got to catch the thermals and they circle to catch the thermals and all this sort of stuff. And if they don't get it, there's been times when they've nearly not made it back to the airport or a safe runway, and you think, shit, if you do go down, I would want this watch as part of my kit.
I would, instead of getting that thing, I would get the Garmin. There's a Garmin.
The Tactics. The Tactics.
No. I'll show you. InReach. It's called Garmin InReach. A lot of people who hike, this is what they get, because this is actually you pay a monthly fee and it's connected to the phone. So you can actually, not only can you call emergency with this, but it has reception. You can send text messages to your friends, family, and it weighs almost nothing. It also actually people who you give access to, they can see where you are on the map, because it checks in every 2 minutes and it shows your position on the map. So
something like this, I can see being used for a large logistics branch that goes out into the woods and does surveying and this, that, and the other. But you don't want to have this dangling off of you.
People hike with this. People who go for the I wanted to do that hike, right? 30 days. It's a 30-day hike.
But there's watches like the Garmin Tactics that you have on your wrist that can display both your heart rate, what you're doing, your elevation, and an actual GPS. I mean, that's just my opinion.
I'm just telling you this is the best way to do it.
Okay.
Because yes.
There is a comment from Kermit Frog. Fuck that! I'll die with a Rolex.
Yes. Drew, how are you doing?
What's up, man?
What's up, everybody? How we doing?
Hey, Drew.
Doing well, man. How are you?
Going good. We're talking about some shitlings.
We're talking about what we're gonna talk about. This,
I like the idea of the emergency. I would keep that in it would definitely not be an everyday piece. Absolutely not. Conversation starter. I wouldn't want to wear that watch in areas that I'd be bringing up conversations with people. But if I'm happen to wear one and it strikes up, and so be it. I'm all game. But I'd wear that for an adventure. That's an adventure piece. for the type of sportsman that we all can be. Me and Tim going on a hike soon. That's
Let's go.
if
It's
we
your
were
insurance policy,
Do we need
basically.
Garmin InReach, or we're just gonna be like, fuck that? If we die, we die.
Well, no, because
Tim,
it's basically
We
an
got
insurance
it. We got
policy, and you get to watch as well.
Yeah.
We're
Tim,
down
Tim.
$5. P01 is a perfect watch for a giveaway. It's the only watch I see at every AD. Might be worth something in the future. Oh, when Tudor
Oh, that's right.
haunts it.
Don't sleep on the dogs. Today's dogs are
Tomorrow's gold.
Exactly.
That is so
Tim.
true. By the way,
Tim.
look at this. Look at this. David SW just dropped a 16710 GMT Master II in the minty condition for 13,500. What do you think? That's a good price, no?
Oh yeah, and I love the
This is a
the
steal.
box. Have a look at
That
the
is
box with the
incredible.
wood.
This is like if I had money, I would be buying this right now, and getting a
You
Tim
could
Wright
find
discount.
some for less, honestly.
Could you?
Yeah, I've seen some going for a tad bit less.
I mean,
But you get the
this looks like it has been polished. I think you can find better.
It looks way too shiny, way too new to be in a bit older of a piece.
But it has substance. All the lugs are really thick, so
Yes,
that looks
see.
really good.
Yeah, it probably just had one polish.
Yeah.
Look, Jonathan, he knows a thing or two. He can tell you guys that this looks. Look at that. That looks.
You can tell with the chamfer.
No.
When you look at you cannot see any of the bar. You can see none of it.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of meat on the bone with that watch. That watch. That watch hasn't had any of it.
That's a very good condition. Yeah.
And if you go back, Tim, if you look at the crown on the clasp.
Yes. Crown on the clasp. Here.
Yep. So just to give you to give you a comparison, here's my 16610.
1 second. Let me put you full screen.
You can barely see the crown on this
barely
watch.
see it.
Oh yes, yeah.
It's rubbed out of existence.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Wow,
will
that thing
reconsider what I said. It's a very good condition.
Yeah. It's minty.
Yeah.
You can probably get it for 13. No, I'm joking.
Probably
But this,
the price.
If you mention Tim Wright.
if you mention Tim Wright,
Look,
this is a piece that I would snag.
But to be fair, what year is this? I mean,
Let's see.
this will
It
be in the
said Y
2000s.
serial. Y serial. Do you know?
So
It
when
has the
it's
lug
supposed-
holes, so it's an older one.
It's old.
Yeah, so-
old.
it'd be
They
about
have
late
1 year
90s then, won't it? It'd be about late 90s.
There is
Yeah, I
no. They
think
don't
so.
say.
Tim.
Yes.
Which Pepsi is your favorite?
Look, I don't. Actually, Jonathan has one that I freaking love. I think the 6. Which one do you have? 6,
The
7.
Magnum PI or what?
Yeah, the Magnum PI. Yeah. That's the one.
16750.
16750. Yeah.
You want a picture?
Yes.
Give me a
It's
second.
amazing. And sorry,
Ooh.
Jesus, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, but it's no longer relevant. It's no problem.
Perfect. That's how I like to.
Perfect.
Jesus.
We're moving on. Yeah, it's like
Tim, just talking about Pepsis. If you're ever bored of owning a Pepsi, you can always fetch it with you, to the UK. Could be a deal to be done.
Oh, no, I can't.
I'd
I'm
love to
not
buy
a
a Pepsi.
flipper. I'm not a flipper, James. Who are you taking me for?
That's why his AD relationship is so great. He is not a flipper. That's why Tim
I'm
gets
still
all the
searching.
good stuff.
That's why I get all the chicks.
Indeed.
SB says, "Oh my God, I missed the
Iceman,
first 2 hours."
in a question about AD,
Yes.
I just got a word that they're shipping my Yacht-Master blue bezel stainless steel Yacht-Master II.
Whoa,
Is that? What do you? It's a big watch.
huge.
I'm not gonna wear it, for my daily rotation.
Yeah.
But what do you think of it as just as a watch or a potential retaining value?
It's for alpha men. That's what it's
I
for.
think. Look, it's like an alpha male watch,
Exactly.
right?
Keep it.
like if you look at it from a non-watch people, I think everyone who's in the community, they'll say like, oh, it's not their cup of tea.
You have to hold the reputation of a Yacht-Master II owner.
Yeah, but I think like it is very flexy. It's a timepiece gentleman kind of piece. I
I
think
love the complications too.
yeah, it's got the one of the more useless complications, but like
I
the
love it.
You just being able to get one, number one, is difficult, but a precious metal one,
which one you got? You got the steel one?
That's the one. That's the one.
That's
and
it, right?
Mahomes is he sports that watch.
That's the one to get. I mean, in steel, it's not like super crazy on the secondary market right now, but it's whatever is not hot right now, it's gonna be hot in the future. So it's a perfect time to get one. It's way too big for my wrist, but man, it's an impressive piece. It is. It is impressive.
Demands respect. It's like Don Draper on your wrist.
Yeah, you show this to people, man.
Send you a picture, Tim.
I watch people will think you're kind of showing off, but non-watch people are gonna be like, "Fuck, that's crazy."
Yeah, it's a nice watch. Yeah. It's lovely.
Damn, this is Jonathan's Magnum PI. Damn, you see, and this is a complete opposite, right? Non-watch people would be like, yeah, whatever. This is no big deal. It's just some old watch. But watch people, they're like, oh my god, this is interesting.
Mm-hmm. Do you know, in a movie, the best glimpse of a 1675 you'll ever have is actually in Charlie Sheen's Hot Shots Part Deux.
Oh yeah.
Part Deux.
That is by far the best glimpse, because it's quite near the beginning of the movie where they're all moving in on Saddam Hussein, and they actually do a shot. He actually shines his torch at his watch, and you get a full-on glimpse of the watch, and that's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's a nice shot. Yacht-Master. Oh my god.
Yeah, Tim. That Yacht-Master on the secondary market, if you were to want to get it here in Canada, especially, is $29,000.
Whew.
Yeah, so they're
going up. They're going up.
And that's a $30,000 watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. On the secondary market,
for retail. Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna go even more insane because like it is a kind of a useless-ish complication, but I mean it's a complication nonetheless.
A beautiful piece.
Mm-hmm.
It's aesthetically great. It's a nice complication. It's
the symmetry.
It's not an ordinary complication, so it has everything going for it.
Yeah, but it's too big.
So
huge. That's not too big. Is you're being too kind. It's a massive piece.
I would rather. I mean, like, there's that. You have that option or the Sky Dweller. For complications from Rolex. So,
but you see, you look at the right hand side of the screen, you just see that 1675, and that's got to be the winner between these two.
No, that is 16750. That's a transition.
Ooh. So it's 16750. So that's when they went to 100 meters on the water resistance rather than the 50.
Yeah. Tim, I sent you a 1675 as a comparison.
I actually had a 19.
Which one is it? 19... The first or the third shot?
I've sent you a third shot.
Oh, okay.
That has a patina.
Ah, yes, I can tell.
So, Jonathan, that one must be an early. Was it quite early 80s? Because that isn't the gloss dial, is it? Is that the matte dial?
That's a matte dial, yeah.
Yes,
and that is Magnum PI accurate.
Does it have any of the spider? Because the matte dial is the one that's prone for the spider's legs, isn't it?
No spidering. But spidering was on the glossy dials, as far as I remember.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. That is one of my dailies. So.
That's in daily rotation. That's a daily watch.
Oh yeah. It's scratched and done, but I've never polished it, and the previous owner didn't polish it. Actually, the previous owner, he sold it to me, and 1 year later he contacted me and told me he wants to buy the watch back. Problem was that they were going crazy in price, and we couldn't find a deal.
I don't know if you saw the video that I did on my 16750 because I had the same watch, but I had the gloss style from. I think mine was a 1988. I think, but mine was on a Jubilee bracelet. That was a beautiful. I have such regret selling that watch.
Yeah,
that's probably the watch that I regret selling the most.
I have one nicer, but I don't dare to wear it. I've sent the picture. Yeah, that is a 1675 in comparison with the jeans blue bezel insert.
Wow. The difference is so minor, but damn.
That has so sharp edges. I'm pretty sure it has never been polished. The crown guards, everything is so sharp. It's incredible.
Wow. Jonathan has insane. He's a completely insane collector. I mean, Magnum PY watch all day for me. Long, awesome pieces.
I really like meeting people who appreciate these watches. The 1675, the 16750, the 16700, the 16710s, and all the rest of them, because they are just these watches, in my opinion, aesthetically are far superior to today's Rolex.
I totally agree. But
these are sexy.
when I started going into Rolex, I couldn't imagine that I would accept a crystal that gets scratches. And now I love them because the aesthetics are simply gorgeous.
Yeah.
The crystal is just warmer. Yeah.
It's warmer on the eye.
Yeah. It's very cool. But hey, man, it's
but if
quite
somebody's trying to buy vintage, be careful. It's a minefield out there.
Actually, Jonathan, what year is that watch?
I can't tell you. I don't care about the serial numbers. I will have a hard time to tell you the serial number. I just bought it because I love the bezel insert.
The only reason I'm asking is because I've got some books. I've got some cards for different years of GMTs.
Oh yeah.
So these ones are from 88 and 89, and I've got some GMT Master booklets.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow. Yeah. Depending on which one it is.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I've got all this stuff. So
where'd you get those?
It's just stuff that I've collected over the years as I bought different watches. I've even got brand new Pepsi insert.
Yeah, I have a couple of them as well. Yeah. Actually, I've tried to age Pepsi bezel inserts. I know somebody who is working at Volkswagen, and they have an aging chamber. They have UV lights that simulate the sunlight, and he was aging those bezel inserts, but they don't look good.
That's insane, man. What the hell? You bought like brand new ones and aged them?
Yes. I've been trying that, but I failed.
Timepiece fund? Yes, you were saying?
Yes, I was just going to say, if you need to fill some time, I have a off-track questions for the showcase, but I'd like to ask that question whenever you need to fill some time.
No, ask the question right now.
Oh, okay. My question is, again, it's off-track. Showcase, my nephew went to Gordonston, and I just got an invitation from my daughter, my firstborn. He got an invitation there. We live in New York. And my question to you is, do you think I should send her there or maybe let her live the American way of life here in Scottsdale, New York?
Ooh. So she got a chance of going to New York.
She is in New York right now. She just got an invitation at Gordonston, where Prince Charles and Duke of Edinburgh went, and my wife and I debating whether we should pack her and send up over there
to UK.
But her being the firstborn, I just have a hard time sending her away.
I'll be honest with you. So over here we have our education system is first class, and people send their kids from all over the world to the universities here in the UK.
I'm talking about Gordonston up in Scotland.
I don't know about Scotland. I couldn't tell you about Scotland, but I know that a lot of people come to the UK for education because it is highly regarded. I mean,
But this is for her, you know, for her 10th, 11th, 9th, 11th, and 12th, and 12th in Gordonston, which is a private school up in Scotland where Prince Philip went and Prince Charles went.
I would say if she's got that opportunity, take it.
Yeah.
Because
Really?
Yes.
I would.
Oh,
Yeah, I would.
absolutely.
I would.
Whew.
I would.
It's gonna happen
The-
eventually.
Yeah. If listen, if they, I don't know the school, but if them guys went there, I will guarantee you it will be. But it depends because I can imagine it'll be very strict as well. It'll be quite. The British
It's a good
schooling
experience.
system.
It's gonna build character, that Bond villain character. It's gonna be amazing.
Oh my God! I
What?
hope that doesn't stick. You know, that Bond villain reminds me of that Oriental guy with the mad hat, the black hat, and
Yeah.
you know, just to let showcase, no, I'm not even Oriental.
No, it's gonna
I'm
build
look
that James
like it, but
Bond
I'm not.
character.
No.
Not a villain, but a James Bond character.
I think
The
Timepiece
007 agent character.
Timepiece Fund. I see you more as a Blofeld. So the guy you're talking about is Odd Job. No, you're more of a Blofeld. You're the guy who you order the hits. You're the boss.
Mm. Look at
Thank
this.
you.
No, I
Russell
would send
Russell
her.
says
I
it's
would
a
send
tough love school, and Jamie Opulence says my daughter will be going to university in UK. And also, I should mention we have a viewer, Eddie. He was on the live show a couple of streams ago, and I'm gonna release. I did an interview with him off air. He's going right now in September. He's gonna be going to school over there in England. So, man, if I had that kind of opportunity, that's amazing.
Yeah, going to school in England is nothing to sneeze at.
The
Absolutely.
best. It's the best. American schools are bad.
You know, just for the shout out to Tim the Iceman, incredible networker. I've sent him an email saying that he's going to get the fastest 100,000 subscription, and I believe that. So thumbs up. Keep it
Thank
up.
you.
Just the way you
Guys,
are.
make sure
Just
to
way
hit
you
the
are.
thumbs up button.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I called it, and Tim will know this. I called this 7-8 months ago. I did a video, and I said when Tim came on the scene, and I think Tim didn't even have 200 subscribers when I made the video. I knew Tim was going places. He's
you,
wacky.
Showcase.
He's wacky. He's cool, and he's got a killer collection.
Ah,
And he
And
has a
now-
heart
killer
of gold.
collection.
And now he's got the book. He'll
Yes.
have the knowledge.
Even
We'll have the
Archie
knowledge
loves
to
him
back it up.
grudgingly.
I was gonna fake it till I make it, but I figured, you know what? Let's not continually fake it. Let's actually learn something before.
Humble Pine has a good comment.
Is it an economically
Yeah, I was
rigorous
asking
as
if that-
Oxley State?
Oxley State. Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think that rivals Oxford and Cambridge, huh? What do you think?
I don't know, man.
If
I went
if
to Abraham Lincoln High School, so
well, put it this way: if Prince Charles went there, he's had he had opportunity of Cambridge, Oxford. He's had opportunity to go to anywhere, and if he went there, it will be the absolute bollocks. It will be the place to go.
Thank you.
AC3 is their most famous alumni. But they
need to have a
destroyed it.
They need to have a poster of him out there.
They had to
no, they
bury that school in the ground,
Destroy the school?
After-
Did they destroy the school?
finding out Archie graduated from it.
Did you see the Archie movie?
Yeah, I followed the whole saga where he went to the school where they were tearing it down. And it was good stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Always
Drew, you keep wearing that nightgown. You're going to turn me by at age of 57.
He's the Bond playgirl, playboy playgirl.
He should be, he should be a model. I don't know if he's tried it, but I'm certainly happy to help him through you, Tim.
Yeah.
Hey,
You know,
we could always work something out. We could always work something out.
Prabal Gurung, he's one of the really well-known fashion designer who, his creations been worn by the first ladies. I'm happy to introduce Drew to Prabal if he's really interested in modeling. I mean, he's an
Yo,
incredibly good-looking guy.
I'm very serious about modeling.
Looks-
Tim is actually he does some of my photography, pretty much most of my photography right now.
But
And
all credit has to go to Tim.
I act too. I can act too.
let's do it, man.
All
Drew,
right.
we need to get
We
you.
gotta watch movie coming through. We gotta watch
Yes.
movie coming by.
I'm
James-
actually. I'm
James,
gonna be
wasn't Charles in Eton?
Jonathan Eaton.
Say that again, sir, Jonathan.
Was Charles not in Eton?
No, I think Eton is where Boris Johnson and
Oh, okay.
I think the prime ministers and a lot of the cabinet were at Eton.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I didn't know. I don't honestly know where Charles went, but from the sounds of it, yeah,
Charles went to the Gordonston.
yeah. But listen, Blofeld. With your connections, you can make anything happen. So just give Scotland a call and they'll look after her. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I definitely approve. It's definitely an experience that will change her life and definitely really open her mind. You know, I'm all for education, so
Yeah.
anyway.
It's also like it's not so much like the education itself. It's good, but it's also the people you meet, the
Yeah,
context you
the
establish.
social atmosphere, you know, especially with all those types of prominent people, teaches you politics a little bit. But
Yeah.
I mean, I am a little bit of a nerd, so I mean, still, I'd be excited about the education too.
And
It's really between Philip Exeter up in New Hampshire, versus Gordonston. So my wife wants to make sure she stays American, but I'm more of a British sort of culture in terms of my upbringing. Showcase would know what KCI and GCB meant and MBE meant. I'll tell that different story, but those are my heritage, and would love her to go to Gordonston, but my wife is the boss at the house, so she rules.
the only thing I would say, and because it's such an important question and important topic, I will just say this: I have 0 qualifications. I didn't complete school, so just don't look at me for any educational advice because I'm the least known person for it.
But I tell you, you're a very well spoken and a very well presented man. I watched you on the TGV show with Tim had incredible live stream. Tim, you are the god of networking, and keep doing that. And whatever little ways I can support, I don't know if I can, but I will. But you were there with your questions, so respect.
No problem.
Thank you.
We're gonna bring a lot more content for you guys to enjoy
Stay
and
tuned.
consume. Just stay
Tim
tuned.
Wright
Keep
dot
watching.
com.
Yeah.
timwrite.com, baby.
Yeah, timwrite.com. And make sure to hit the upvote button. Ali Reza says, I pop in and Drew is modeling and acting and opening an OnlyFans account. That's right from Brokeback Mountain.
Hey, this is all for the community.
The community, guys.
Community.
Yeah. We're gonna make a independent film with Marco, or I mean with Drew. It's gonna be really fun, man. Barbing Hard. The Timepiece Fund will play a villain, and Drew will play the Bond in an upcoming Tim Wright production. Showcase can be a Bond girl.
If Drew plays the villain, I will play the villain. It would be worth it.
That would be awesome. That would be so awesome.
Gonna do a meetup in Wings and Watches could be the pilot. That gets killed, and then and then Drew has to pilot out to land the plane, or jump out.
James must be the most ugly Bond girl that I've ever seen. Then
Who was that Ukrainian girl? The Bond girl, the Ukrainian girl. You remember, guys?
Oh, the Tatiana.
It was a Tatiana.
She's from Quantum of Solace.
I think we're talking about a different one.
You mean Olga Kurilenko from Quantum of Solace?
Yes. Oh my God, I couldn't get off of mine for at least 3 years.
A friend of mine was
Motherfuckers
extra,
wanna
and he said when she arrived in the morning on set, all the guys were falling on their backs because she
Oh
was
yeah.
so gorgeous.
Speedy Hernandez, $5 super chat. Drew's giving me some serious Ted Bundy vibes.
Hey,
Watch your back, Tim.
First thing, I've been here since the beginning,
Yes.
and I don't even know who Ted Bundy is. So
Okay, that's
I'm
good.
Drew Peacock,
Really?
Sir Drew Peacock. Well, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
Sir
I
Drew
probably
Drew-
read about him, then I forgot right now.
Yeah, Drew, I'd Google who he is. It's not.
Prolific serial killer.
I'm gonna
Drew,
Google it
Drew,
right now.
did you know that you have to be a KCIE or KCIO or GCB to be called a sir in England? But with your good looks, absolutely, you can call yourself sir.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
So good. Humble Pine, Tim will play famous YouTuber asking Bond to see his watch.
Back to watches.
Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Cellinis, right? And see, as you can see, the moon phase, it looks freaking amazing. Amazing. Just everything. The dial is just symmetrical and perfect. But then you go to the Cellini date, and I have no idea how they messed this up. Where they even get that movement? Is that their in-house movement? It's got to be, right? But it's got a date in this weird, tiny, illegible circle. This makes no sense. Right?
Yeah, but I appreciated that they made it differently than Patek.
I don't appreciate it. And then so the black and the white one, they're beautiful. Then again, there's a rose one. And wait, there's one more. There's a GMT version. And it looks just awful. The GMT. Where is it? Is it discontinued? What
I
happened?
never heard of a GMT. Cellini.
Yeah, I haven't either. I didn't realize there was a GMT Cellini.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas,
Where
I
is it?
gotta run, but it's a pleasure, and we are gonna put this movie in the books. All right,
Let's do it.
everybody have a good time. I'm just gonna do something. Hopefully, you guys are still streaming when I get back. All right,
Excellent.
everybody,
Later, Drew.
Peace fun. Wristwatch Jesus, Showcase Watches, Wings and Watches, Johnny and Tim. Everybody, you have a good day.
You too, brother.
Thank you, Drew.
Me too.
Catch you later.
What? I don't know. Maybe it's not on the website anymore. I don't know what happened. I thought there was a GMT one with two
You're right.
hands.
Cellini dual time.
Yeah. Where is it?
Yeah.
It's gone.
That's
It's no
one
longer
to
on the
get now.
website. You see that? Discontinued. No way. When was this discontinued?
You should have got it, Tim. It's going to go up in price.
I've seen this in the store. You see it? And this is the worst
Yeah.
way to do a dual time. You see this?
I'm just looking at Birmingham's most recent
Oh, okay.
post.
Girl escaped, so Drew's got to run. Definitely. Oh my god. Sun Turtle Camper, best watch for a judge in the International Criminal Court. What do you guys suggest? International Criminal Court?
Oh, jeez.
This dual time will work. Since it's an international, you need 2 time zones. But judge in international court. You know, those.
The Patek World Timer.
Oh, yes. I love it. A Patek World Time.
Yep. Or a Vacheron. Or Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. But yeah, this is disaster. These complications. I think it's good that they're getting rid of, because Cellini, let's be honest, there should only be 2 complications for the Rolex Cellini. There should be a date. Oh, sorry, no date. Forget about the date. No dates. Cellinis do not need a date, because dress watches, they don't need a date. There should only be the moon phase version and just a clean dial version. That's it. Keep it simple. But they fucked it up when they released so many different varieties.
Toyota Mo just says when Drew left, we dropped from 137 to 125 viewers.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. The only reason people were watching the show is because Drew was here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the sex appeal. Otherwise,
have we met anybody who's had the marijuana dial or whatever it's called?
oh no, it's called the Panda Diet.
Panda
Dial.
diet
Yeah.
dial. Have we met anybody, or is there anybody on the panel seen one in
I've
in
seen
real
one in
life?
person
No, I've not.
without a movement inside. It's absolutely
Which one?
gorgeous.
Which
Really?
one?
Yeah, it's incredible. I have a picture I can show you. 1 second. Let's do it like this.
Because when Rolex released that was the one that I thought was going to go a bit crazy, because I thought, you know, it was a bit sort of left field. I thought they might. I
It's
thought the
insane.
collectors might go mad for that.
Yeah.
What
but
do you
it's
think
so
of
hard
the
to
new
get
dial showcase for the date just? The where it's like kind of squared off.
Can you bring a picture up, Tim?
I'm doing it right now. Of what?
I'll be on. Does the date just?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
the
brand
date
new
just.
one. Their new style for this year.
I was trying to show you the Panda Diet.
I'll be honest with you, I'm-
after the Panda Diet one.
Oh, okay.
I'm just curious to see what you guys think. I rather like the new dial.
Where's the Panda Diet? What the hell? Why can't I find it? I have too many pictures, so stuff takes like a million years to load. Whoa, there's some bad pictures in there as well.
Flicking through pictures of Drew.
Sorry, Drew. There's some stuff. Come on, wait, where is it? Oh, I found a picture of James. What the hell?
You weren't supposed to share that.
Yeah. Oh, I
that
found a
what-
picture of me trying on a Cellini.
Is that the picture of the mankini?
Oh, can't find it. Okay, guess I give up. I'll try to find it for the next episode. Oh, never mind. I don't know what's going on.
You did have it a few minutes ago.
Of what?
You did have it up on the screen literally 5 minutes ago. That's what prompted me to ask the question, because you went past it.
Oh! I can just because I had a picture of it in my
There,
hand.
there.
This one right here. Yes. Right here. Boom.
See, I thought that was going to go crazy.
It did went crazy. I think these sell for massive upsell. Let's see, David SW. Oh, they just 36. It's called Palm Motif.
See, I'm not particularly a Date Just fan, but I would wear that. That I think that's a cool dial.
Huh. I don't know how to spell it.
Yeah, they're not. They're not bad. I like. It's a unique design. Trying to find the one that
No, but they look really amazing. There is a lot of like the way it plays with light. It's really interesting. You kind of can't tell that it's palm. It's just you get a lot of like reflections and angles when you look at it in real life. It's only like when you bring it really up close, then you start to distinguish that it's like a leaf.
On Chrono 24, it sells over double retail.
Yeah, there you go. Can you send the link? And we got a question from J. Wright Paddock, 5035. Oh,
There it is.
These next peaks bring it up. Wow, that's the one Archie has. That's the Archie special. It's the one he sold to buy a piano for, right?
you're all.
This is good. This could be a sleeper. I mean, completely underrated, underappreciated, unloved. Beautiful. Oh, and it's the Eddie. Eddie, that's the guy who's going to England to study.
Okay.
Yeah. And Cellini, he says the news being discontinued is the only reason why it's sold out everywhere and trading high. Yes. It is one way to get people excited about a piece, because everybody thinks that everything that discontinues is going to go crazy, because that's how it's been happening, and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, and then everybody starts buying it and makes it go over retail. I don't think Cellini will be discontinued, although it's a toxic line. They will still keep it for the small market. I think they're going to reimagine it. They're going to rebuild it from ground up. They need to cull the line. They need to get rid of a lot of garbage that they have and just clean it up. Their Cellinis right now, they're way too complicated. That's the problem. They have too much writing on it, too much text, too much. Just look at it. Like, I can appreciate this one because it's simple. The moon phase is quite simple, although it has this inner track that it doesn't need. Like that dial, right? It's so busy, and it looks like Corsage. What they need to do is this is how it should be. Like this one, the Cellini time, just simple. That's it. Or like this white one. That's even, yeah, that's amazing. Maybe they shouldn't even divide it with this track. They don't need that inner track. Just drop the track, make the what's it called, the hour markers solid, and that's it. And it's gonna be a winner because that's how all of their watches are. What? Who needs this minute track inside? Tell me. Who needs it? Tell me.
Well, on every Rolex you have a minute track.
But on the outside, not on the inside, not in the middle of the dial.
Tim, I'm gonna jump off.
Oh no, I'm ending.
Are you ending?
Yes, because I just got a text from Chris. He's flying out, so I need to prepare my camera gear. I'm gonna have a dinner with him sometime later when he gets to the hotel, and maybe we'll do a little live stream from the city. I don't know.
Yeah.
DCNLV says I'm now a watch designer. I would love to design a watch. I think I'll do a better job than TGV.
Hey, drop an email to Squale.
Yes, maybe I should reach out with my networking skills. You never know what's possible. But I want to go for Rolex. I want to redesign the Cellini line. Just like Gerald Genta changed the world, I want to change the wrist watch community. Guys, thank you for joining me on this stream. Thank you, Timepiece Fund, Wings and Watches, Jonathan, Wristwatch Jesus, Showcase. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Catch you later, guys.